Brexit, he says, in that case, Vauxhall will be able to build cars using more British parts.
Is it a hard Brexit? Perhaps that in terms of strategy, it's going to be a very nice opportunity to be able to source the UK from the UK.
PSA's hope is that by combining with Opel Vauxhall, it will gain more scale in Europe as it fights for market share in a fiercely competitive
Stupid
market.
little European cars.
The sale of General Motors
There's an
European
M-Show.
units overshadowed the
Alexandra
start of the Geneva
Vukolina.
That's where the Peugeot Citroën Group, now the region's
Sasha
second biggest car maker behind
Vukolina.
Volkswagen, also celebrated winning the Car of the Year award.
As auto industry leaders gather for the Geneva Motor Show, the focus is once again on the future of car making. This week's headline is the PSA
I think we were in March,
purchase
yeah.
of Opel Vauxhall, but the underlying story is the industry's sizable
Yeah, it's a couple of years ago, yeah, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
vehicles, automated driving and car sharing. Peugeot's boss was celebrating his purchase
I remember the
now
signs
eighth
for it.
being named European Car of the Year, noting last year an Opel won, and he's happy that the companies will continue the adventure.
I'm making a slide video and then putting it on YouTube. It's gonna be called my nothing.
The chief executive said in the past, Opel and PSA have been our accepted and well-respected competitors, and they will be in the future as well. So we're excited to see how competition changes in that environment. Obviously, we have our homework to do, and we're going to do that in a very single-minded way. Therefore, we're very positive about the future. But the road ahead is challenging for all car makers, facing squeezed profits amid lackluster sales growth, changing consumer habits, and new rivals as Silicon Valley invests big in automobiles. Tighter emissions rules as vehicles manage cost. Also an issue, hence its electric, fully self-driving concept car unveiled in Geneva.
The European car market has started the year well. In January, new registrations were up by 10.2% compared to January 2016. That
Oh,
is
yeah,
over
they're
1.1 million cars. According to the European Automobile Manufacturers Association, the region's best performing markets are Spain, Germany, Italy, and France. Sales in Britain rose by just 2.9% in January, according to the association. The UK Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders reported that nearly 2.7 million vehicles were registered there last year, 2% more than in 2015. The industry body said that 2016 growth was due to very strong consumer confidence and low interest finance deals. Consumer confidence in the UK has been surprisingly strong following the referendum in June. But that resilience seems to be fading.
Mixed news for Britain's economy. The Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development has revised up its forecast for UK growth for this year, but is gloomy about next year. It believes rising inflation will mean British consumers spending less, and businesses putting investment on hold due to uncertainty over Brexit. The OECD is slightly more optimistic than the International Monetary Fund, with its projections for this year seeing GDP expanding at 1.6%, better than its 1.2% forecast from last November. For next year, its growth prediction is unchanged at 1% against the IMF's 1.4%. A shopping slowdown by cautious consumers is already evident. Over the last 3 months, the British Retail Consortium recorded the first annual drop in non-food sales in over 5 years. Britain's having to spend more on food, fuel and other essentials as inflation picks up.
In terms of what that means for the UK economy, it shows that consumer spending is starting to slow, and that's something we're expecting to happen. However, it's a little bit of a concern in that consumer spending is what propped up UK GDP growth over the last year.
Indeed, since last June's Brexit vote, an expected slowdown didn't materialise as Britons continued hitting the shops, even using their savings to carry on spending. Signs are that may be over.
The Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders is warning that without the new single market access, cars will be deemed out of
You or her?
subject to World Trade Organization tariffs of 10%. Britain Britain exported just under 80% of the 1.6 million cars built there last year. All vehicles sold in the UK.
Don't put stuff in it.
What?
There's stuff in there.
The society
What's
has
that?
raised
What new stuff?
equivalent to over 5 million
This?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a flower from here.
British buyers will probably have to bear more of the
But I didn't you come right off. Okay, so now can I go back to my video? Mom.
Top of the 2 to 3% increase in prices due to the fall in the value of the pound following the Brexit vote. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Witching. Europeans and other people can't say watching. You know what I mean? They say like, they'll say like France instead of France. You know what I mean? France. Look at that, 26 in Malaga. 26 is what? I have the conversion. Can you convert it? It's probably about 26 is about 70, high 70s. That might be
These
an
little
80s.
things in it to
That's either high
make it
70s
a
or
different slime.
I don't care.
I bet you it's high 70s. 22 or 21, I think is 70.
Tomorrow's gonna be 77. Then it's gonna go down.
Yeah, I wouldn't know
It says the day we arrived, it's partly cloudy and 69.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the day after. Yeah, Friday's gonna, well, Friday reserve. What's the weather in reserve on Friday? That's what you, or, yeah, Friday.
Missouri, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri, Kansas.
Coming up after the news bulletin.
Sure, can.
The Dutch election takes place next week. Today, Euronews
Thursday,
speaks of
March
Paul
23rd,
Wilders
or
about
Friday.
his brother.
They don't go out that far.
Wilders. What he has to say
They
is
only have
not
Thursday
very
to day of the
complimentary. It's coming next on Insights.
Their media is just as biased as I believe. They hate Le Pen and they hate this guy from the Netherlands. Every story about those two is just negative. You know what I mean? They're all negative stories. It's unreal. I mean, they can't write a positive story about this guy's good. The guy might win,
Tusk stays. Former Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk
Guy
is
might
re-elected
win,
as European
and-
Council
and-
President
and
despite
they're just, like,
opposition from the government
trashing
of the country.
German police arrest one suspect after several people are injured in an axe attack at Düsseldorf train station.
I will go to the Netherlands. Turkey's foreign minister defends his right to campaign abroad in his country's upcoming referendum.
WikiLeaks accuses the CIA of devastating incompetence and says it will give details of the agency's hacking tools to technology companies.
A spring in his step and a smile on his face as European Council President Donald Tusk learns that he's been re-elected for a second term. Tusk's home country, Poland, tried to block him from being elected again, although he was backed by a huge majority of EU member states. Warsaw accused Putin of interfering in domestic politics and put forward a rival candidate. The man himself was in a philosophical mood on Thursday evening.
Be careful of the bridges you burn, because once they are gone, you can never cross them again. I want to dedicate this saying for all member states.
There's great confusion all over the land about rights and what the government really owes us. Essentially, there are three major expectations that the government should meet under the constitutional banner of pursuit of happiness. Number one, security. We're entitled to have an effective defense against people who would kill us. But today our security is wobbling because of hackers and leakers. and the federal government does not seem to be able to stop the espionage. While many Americans don't pay attention, this issue, that we cannot guard our defense secrets or even protect the President of the United States when he talks to a foreign leader, is something that America has never seen before. Simply put, the high-tech world is creating threats to our security that are almost out of control. This is perhaps the most important issue the federal government faces right now. But close to that is health care. Americans are entitled to an affordable medical system that can alleviate their suffering. All of us are going to get sick, and we will need help. But right now, that help is confusing, to say the least. Pointless for the factor or anyone else to debate Obamacare and what might replace it until a new, specific proposal is put forth. When details are decided and the bill is ready to be considered, we'll be all over it. The guiding principles of health care should be that it's financially reasonable, affordable, that you have direct access to the doctors you want, and that you are not bogged down in a chaotic system of red tape and delay. So Congress has a lot of work to do to put a fair health care system in place. Finally, all American adults should have fair access to the free marketplace. By that I mean, you can't be denied a job because of your color, your race, or anything else. Also, the government needs to put sensible guidelines in place that protect workers from exploitation. With many unions now politically corrupted, the feds and the states have much more responsibility to working Americans. That's it. That's what we are owed.
Trying to go there and say that healthcare is right, and I was talking to family, it's not right, you do it, and finally he knows it's not right, you know what I mean?
We compete here.
Unbelievable.
But in some cases, some Americans are not treated fairly in the marketplace. Best example. Children from families who don't really care about them. These kids are often thrown into awful schools and wash out early without much of an education. They have little chance to succeed economically in this country. For far too long, Americans looked away from that reality. Every American child deserves a quality education. And right now, the system is not providing that for millions of kids. That must change. And that's a mess. Now for the top story tonight, the danger of hacking and leaking. Joining us from Washington, Mark Zaid, an attorney who specializes in whistleblower cases and high-tech intrusion. So the WikiLeaks deal, we saw it again yesterday, all these CIA documents released, about 9,000 of them, is a direct threat to this nation. Is it not, Counselor?
No, absolutely. I mean, anytime information, especially classified, is taken from U.S. government or contracting facilities and is leaked without authorization poses a significant danger.
Now, this is a labyrinth here. We have a lot of investigative agencies, the National Security Agency, the FBI, the CIA, Defense Intelligence, and it seems right now that none of them have control over leaks out of their various departments.
Thank you, Obama.
Do you see it that way?
I mean, it is a problem. This one in particular is going to be very interesting. Now, of course, the government hasn't verified the authenticity, at least not on the record, per se, but the press reports have been that the majority of these documents were unclassified and were circulating among groups or contractors of the CIA, which to me is going to be fascinating as part of this leak investigation, because, what kind of controls are on unclassified information? Far different than if it's classified information, and whether the systems are being hacked into or whether people are taking documents out or obviously just verbally disclosing information. But it is obviously a big problem, and in this day and age, when technology is so advanced, when you have the Mannings and the Snowdens of the world, where you just put a thumb drive or a CD-ROM in and you have 1.5 million documents, if that wall and shield isn't perfect, we have a problem.
Well, it's not perfect. Obviously, it's embarrassing. I mean, when the President of the United States has a phone call with the Prime Minister of Australia and the President of Mexico,